Okay, so this is a pretty important video, or well, special video for me, because this here is Rick, and this is Rick from Splatterhouse 2010, one of my favorite games of all time. I'm not saying that necessarily from a gameplay standpoint, but I just love everything about the story so much. And yeah, this was one of the first like major customs I ever did. And he's gone through some evolutions. Well, quite recently, as of like a year or two ago, I kind of redid a lot of it. I gave him a brand new pair of legs. I reworked the feet articulation, and I sculpted pretty much a scratch-made new head sculpt. And I'm very, very proud of this guy. I think he looks phenomenal, and he's probably my favorite custom ever. And for the longest time, ever since I did version 1, I've always wanted to have a really good Jennifer Willis, his girlfriend, custom figure to go with him. And this is my first attempt here. It's very primitive. It's built from, I don't even know what this character's name is, but she was the only fodder we had back in the day, and like of a woman wearing jeans with somewhat workable articulation, but in hindsight it's pretty horrific. But she had like the midriff going, and she had sleeves that went like down here, and it was just got kind of close-ish to like what Jennifer looks like, or Jen. And as you can see here, the hair is just terribly sculpted. I can probably peel it off. Okay, maybe not. This was my first attempt, but secretly over the years I've been planning to make like an actual good version, and I've kind of been musing on body parts for the longest time. Like, I'm literally talking years here. And I've kind of been working myself up to a custom figure, like, over the years without, like, any major focus. But then I finally decided to commission STL Customs for a custom head sculpt of Jen based on the game files. And it turned out beautifully. And then I had my man, James from DaishoCreations 3D, print it and paint it, because I'm a big fan of his paint work. And yeah, without further ado, here is Jen. I don't know what to say. I'm just really, really happy with how she turned out. I can break down everything. So the head, like I said, this is a custom head sculpt based on the game files of Jen, and she's painted up by DaishoCreations. I did redo the eyes a little bit, but for the most part, it's his job. Like the skin tone and the slight like blush on her cheeks. And and the hair, especially, the hair is gorgeously painted. It's just a fantastic paint job, and I don't want to discredit him in any way. He is fantastic. If you need anything 3D printed, just hit him up. Tell him I sent you. And yeah, he's got a lot of really cool head sculpts to pick from. But moving on, her arms are that of Shriek, because I wanted these double jointed elbows. I don't really need them, but I just kind of wanted them to be there for the sake of it. And then I sculpted like the pink sleeves here. And then I had to paint skin tones for the forearms. And then she has, like, I'm not really sure what it is. It looks like kind of like a stage pass, or like, you know, like a carnival armband in the game. But I used to think it was a watch, so that's kind of what I went with. And it kind of casts the same silhouette in a way. I just painted a G.I. Joe classified watch pink, and then I made it a little bit slimmer so it would fit around female wrists. The torso here is that of Binary, and I did it originally. I wanted to use Moonstone just because of like the bigger bust, but it turns out the head looked really disproportionate with that body, and this just worked a whole lot better. And then I had to resculpt this little like shirt. I don't really know, like this pink bit. I had to add like some sculpt here around, and then I painted the neck skin tone. The necklace here is a it's like some kind of thick piece of paper I cut out to be like a cross. It's the shape isn't 100%, it's more kind of like 80% there, but in broad strokes in the game she wears a cross with a silver necklace. And then moving down here, so I've always been in the camp of that I despise paint rub, like the very idea of it, and I hate, even if I prep it a lot, I'm always really wary that it's a thing that could happen. So I try to make everything as white as possible. So this bit here is actually some of my own ingenuity, so to speak. It's a what's her name? It's the original Sharon Carter, where I just sanded away all the details pretty much. And you can see here, I sanded away all the details and then made it as thin in here as possible, because I knew I wanted to use this part here from the most recent Emma Frost figure as to be the midriff. And Then I printed out a tiny little decal of the pink skull and crossbones she has in the game. Then as for like the pants here, this is, like I said, the Emma Frost like belly, and I hollowed out the insides here from a oh yeah, it was a Netflix Electra, because she has like the full jeans, even though they were black. And I hollowed out the inside here, and then I just fitted this entire part down here so it looks natural. And then I had to cut some slits in the sides here and then kind of push the plastic in so it would hug the belly a bit more. And then I sculpted a belt around here. The belt is brown, as you can see. These parts here, these metal parts, are supposed to be like studs, but I couldn't really replicate that. So they're just separate parts painted silver. And the actual belt itself is just sculpted with clay. And then the belt buckle is from a Callisto figure, where I just cut out everything so it's like this rectangle, and then I turned it 90 degrees and just put it on here because that's what the belt looks like in the game. And then I dry brushed a whole lot of different blues onto these black pants here to just make them kind of look like worn jeans. I also made sure to properly prep the joints here so there's no paint rub whatsoever. As you can see, there's plenty of gap here for the like joints to move without anything hitting. And finally, the shoes are the America Chavez shoes, because they're kind of just like normal shoes, and I really wanted to have something with shoelaces, and Marvel Legends don't usually tend to have those, so I think these look really good. They're not completely accurate, but they serve their purpose well enough. I just painted everything black, and then these parts here pink, and along with the shoelaces. So yeah, here she is next to Rick. I absolutely love how this turned out. Like I said, this is one of my passion projects. This game is not very popular. It was pretty glitchy and kind of unpolished because of a whole lot of inside stupid reasons. But overall, like I said, I love the story. I adore these two together, and it's just a game that's very close to my heart. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed.
Make a wish? Okay. I want us to be together until the end of the world. We have to stay together, Rick Taylor. We're like some pair of sick and twisted soulmate freaks.